Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This one is going to be on Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits. So we finally have Dawkins in the game, and he is a technician, modern era. He has three links. He's got the Street Profits link, blue moves deal 50% more damage. The SmackDown link, any color moves start with one more move point, and Modern Era gems do 5% more damage. He has the one set of gear. He is a coach. He's a red move damage and destroy coach at 9k. It's going to deal 10% more damage on those red moves, and they'll destroy one more gem. Um, really good on guys like Hogan, Big Red Machine Kane, Earthquake's got some red moves, Zombie Daniel Bryan, Scott Hall, a lot of guys he's good on. So really solid coach. Um, so I'm just going to start off by saying Angelo Dawkins is a very well built card, tons of versatility, very, very strong, and very quick. He's definitely one of the best technicians in the game. For me, he's a top 5 tech. A lot of fun to play. This will be the most, I would say, extensive preview that I've done, is I will be running 7 different builds for him, and 6 of those are totally different variations. The 7th one is just using the most rare trainers I have to show you guys kind of his maximum potential on my favorite build. So strap in. There are a ton of crazy builds for him, and he is very, very good. And a ton of fun to play. So this has been a really fun preview, and I'm looking forward to showing you guys. So let's jump in here and take a look real quick. The first moveset I'm going to be doing is his 3-star moveset. I will do my normal 3-star, 4-star, 5-star moveset, and then we're gonna go from there. So we're gonna start off with the spear. 6 MP green move, deal 135k damage and gain 5 purple MP. You're going to notice a theme with a lot of Dawkins' moves. They are crazy high move damage and low charge. The next move we're going to use is the Corkscrew Elbow. 7 MP purple, deal 47k damage, and choose a 3x2 area to make into crossbreak gems. And then the Big Splash, another 7 MP purple, deal 43k damage, and make 6 crossbreak gems into green gems. So you make the crossbreak gems, turn them into green, and you're basically blowing up 2 rows and 3 columns. So a lot of gem damage, a lot of move damage, really nice build set. Very fast. We're going to run with steel for 4 more green MP, so we get started right away. Tech KO for 40% more move damage. That's buffing that spear up to 190k damage. Lacey Evans for more green and purple gems since we're blowing up the board. And everyone has her. And Zombie Cena. Crossbreak gems do 25% more damage. So all of those green gems we blow up on that 3x2 area are going to be 25% bigger. Everyone has Cena, everyone has Lacey, pretty sure everyone has Tech KO, and most of you should have Steel. So this is a very easy trainer moveset to run. So let's get in here and take a look. I'm going to be doing all of them against a strapped AJ Styles on the road. So he's strapped, we're not. The normal, reducing our gem damage by 50%, reducing the move damage. I have tour perks at +2 MP and +1 on a color match. Color match is not going to be a big deal with Dawkins. He's just going to repeatedly bludgeon you to the face until you have no life left. So Strap is going to take the spear down a little bit to 165k, but not very much. So the crossbreak gems are all going to get turned green, and like I said, it's going to break 2 rows and 3 columns. So ideally, doing something like this and getting rid of the loot box gems would be good. We'll pick up some purples and get the greens on the top and the bottom, so that's a pretty good spot for it. And it's going to be an easy recycle. So, yeah, this is pretty much how he's going to play. Nice little cascade, and you can see first cycle through, we're doing pretty much half AJ's life there. And the second cycle, we're going to be able to kind of finish him off. Could have used the purple moves first, wouldn't have been able to use them twice, so it doesn't really matter. Again, you want to look to maximize your damage, so cover up loot boxes potentially, unless you know you're going to win in this case and you want to get them. So we can just toss it here, get some extra loot box gems, and we should be able to call it a day. No cascade, but still pretty big damage. Recycles really easily. Just a solid, fun build. And part of the reason I'm doing so many, you're going to see all of these are going to go really fast against strapped opponents even. So next one we're going to be doing is going to be his 4-star moveset. And we're going to change around a lot of stuff. And for all of these, there's a lot of different potential trainers you could use. If you don't have Tech KO leveled up, Tech Gold Dust is green gem damage. If you don't have your Zombie Cena leveled up, maybe you have Tech Cena, who we're going to use in this next build set. There's just tons of variety you can do here with Dawkins. He's super versatile. So we're going to change, we're actually going to change all of the moves out here. We're going to bring the finisher in and both of his blue moves. The NBA Splash and the Exploder Suplex. So 3 new moves. We got the finisher, Sky High, deal 72k damage and make 16 random gems into blue gems. That's right, 16. It's 10 MP. Exploder Suplex, 6 MP blue, deal 41k damage and make 13 random gems into green gems. And the NBA Splash, also 6 MP, deal 135k damage and gain 5 green MP. For the Entourage, we're going to change Steel out for Lawler for more blues, so the blues start turn 1. And he would be turn 1 in feud regardless of perks as well. We're going to trade KO for Sami Zayn. Also keep in mind, both my KO and Sami Zayn are not max level. So could be getting some more move damage out of them as well. If you get Otis this month, Otis would be awesome in this build set. He adds 10% blue move damage, so he would be a great one. We're going to take Cena out now, or Cena out now and go with a different Cena. Oops. Who a lot of people have Tech Cena, and he's buffing the green gem damage even more. Since we're tossing out a bunch of greens and I don't have a blue gem damage guy, it makes sense to me. So the blue moves are going to be dealing nice damage this time. So we're going to start out and hit the big NBA Splash for 165k. It's going to put a bunch of green on our green move, and this one should fill it. Exploder Suplex, we're going to deal 50k and make 13 random gems into green gems. Common theme with Dawkins, I would definitely run him with takedown medals. And if you're really lucky like this, you don't force the pin, and then you can get the finisher out and recycle. But yeah, prime candidate for takedown medals. He'd just be awesome with those. And single color blue or green move damage, and then that might really, what medals you get might determine what build set ends up being your favorite or you use for a long time with him. He just takes off huge chunks of damage. It's kind of like Masters of the Universe Big E on steroids a little bit. Yeah. And there's no hit points left for AJ on that one. Another fast, easy win. Man, this card is fun, guys. I really would like to have it. Sadly, I don't get to keep him. Alright, so We're going to move to the first 5-star build set that I'm going to show you guys. This is using the finisher. Again, playing around with coaches just to show you guys how much you can do. Since I don't have blue gem damage coaches. We're going to get the finisher in, or keep the finisher rather, and we're going to swap in the new 5-star move, which is the standing drop kick. Standing drop kick deals 135k damage and gain 5 blue MP. And it's a green move that's only 6 MP. So we're going back to Steel and KO because now we have 2 green moves to buff. And I'm going to toss Rhea Ripley on for more blues on the starting board. So when we get to that finisher, turn 1, there's a better chance of connecting with it. And because AJ uses blue moves, or blue gems as his primary, I'm going to toss Lana on there to reduce them. You could also use any coach you wanted in that slot. If you have Gooker, obviously you would use Gooker. Again, Otis would buff the blues. If you have Hall of Fame Honky Tonk Man, he would buff the greens. Move damage, and just really, yeah, Dawkins is a problem. So this is the first 5-star moveset I'm going to show you. So we're going to deal 165k damage and fill the blue. Then we're going to deal 110k damage and fill the finisher. And then we're going to throw 16 random blues out here. And probably fill the blue. Nice cascade. And next turn we're ready to do it all over again. And that should be the end of him. Takes longer to switch out the moves than anything else. This guy is so good. Ooh. Oh. Not quite loaded though. That's okay though. We got him this turn. So it will take some damage this time. But that'll do it for that one. The next moveset I'm going to use is actually my favorite, and I will show it last with the rare trainers that I have. This is also a 5-star, and it's a variation on this one. I'm not huge on the finisher for the 5-star. I just feel like this one recycles better and gives you more options and more damage because you're throwing a bunch of greens out there. So we're going to keep the 5-star move in. And we're going to take the finisher out. Going to bring the exploder back in. And then because I'm a little OCD, I'm going to order my moves right. It also keeps me from making mistakes on the order I use them usually. So all of these are moves you guys have seen. We're going to go with the standing drop kick, the NBA splash, and the exploder suplex. They're all only 6 MP, so recycling's guaranteed. For trainers, we're going to keep steel. We're going to bring Sami Zayn back because we're using 2 blues, so he makes more sense there. If we ever get a dual, like a green and blue like Dango here and stuff, those would be great. That would be a great trainer for him. And because we're going to throw a bunch of greens out, we're going to come back with Lacey Evans and Cena. And buff those green gems up. Okay. Let the beatdowns continue. AJ Styles is not having a good night. $110K. Here comes 165K. And the great thing about this is if you just get a green match or 2 and don't force a pin, you have a chance to get a bunch more damage in. If you get a 5 match, then you can have the blues all loaded again completely. So either way, as you can see, you end up doing a ton of damage with this one. Really close to being able to take all of his life on turn 1 that time. Really fast move animations on Dawkins too, because he's not throwing a lot of gems and stuff. So he's just a super fast card to play as well. And then when you do connect a bunch, you're hitting his primary gem. So that is my favorite build set. We'll come back to that one at the very end with my optimal trainers for him. So next on the list, we have the Southside Special. My boy Southside Envy, I asked him like, hey, is there any moveset you want me to try? And he said, I want you to try a tricolor for me, and he threw this moveset out there. And it's the Southside Envy Special via Davey D. You guys all know Davey used to love the tricolor builds, and this one is pretty good too. So Dawkins has so many possibilities. So we're going to tricolor this. We're going to bring the spear back. And we're going to bring the corkscrew elbow back. And then we're going to use the exploder suplex. So again, all these are moves you've seen so far, just not together. The entourage, I'm going to go with 2 MP trainers so we can get the party started turn 1. And it'll recycle very, very well. And because we're blowing up a bunch of the board, I'm going to keep Lacey and Cena for this one. So the idea with this one is to throw the cross break gems out and get them next to some greens. And then as long as you make 1 connection, it blows up all of the cross breaks. And the exploder suplex throwing 13 random gems makes that extremely likely. So the green and the blue are charged and ready to go right away. We just want to hit the spear though and charge the purple. And right here by these 3 greens is the perfect spot for it. And then we'll spam the board with greens. Which with Lacey and Texina adds up to a really good amount of damage. You can see even this one, it's not high. It's not using all the high move damage ones. Even strap though, AJ is taking a good chunk of damage. So again, right here is where we'll drop it. Very likely to get some connections in here. I could have moved it over one more and then potentially got a 3 purple break there too, but you don't know with all the randoms that they're going to stay purple anyway, so I'd rather play the odds on getting a green match somewhere in there. Didn't get it there. However, we can hit the move damage again, and then we have the row break match right there that's going to take them all out. So it's, like I said, it's almost impossible to miss. I hit it pretty much every time practicing. So again, another super fast win with Dawkins. Totally different build. Tricolor. A lot of fun. A lot of potential on this one too. So again, shout out to Southside for calling that one. Great call, my guy. Okay, now we're going to come down to the last two, and I'll be using some more extremely rare trainers on these two. The one we're going to use here, we're going to go with all the high move damage moves. So again, you'll have seen all of these moves already, just not in this combination. So this would be better if I had Hall of Fame Honky Tonk Man or Otis, but I don't have either of those. So, but this will give you an idea just how high his move damage can get. We're going to keep the spear. We're going to bring in the NBA splash back. And then we're going to bring in the standing drop kick. So all the 6 MP moves all do big damage. So all the 135k damage moves. We're going to go with Steel and KO because we're using 2 greens. So that's better than Zane. And just to show you guys, so let's say you had one of those 40% gem damage straps for a modern tech. It would look like this for move damage. 243k. Let's also say you are lucky and have Gooker, or Honky Tonk Man is worth 25%. So if you had one of those 40% straps, or you did double set of takedown, that's the move damage you're looking at on those greens. Kind of crazy. And for this one, just because AJ has purples and I didn't have anything to really buff the moveset too much, I'm just going to run Zombie Triple H to take his purples down too, which is totally not necessary. But the one problem with this build you can run into is that you can have trouble getting the pin. Let's go back to Steel on there. That was just so I could show you guys his move damage. Okay. Still incredibly strong move damage. This guy, by the time you get him strapped, man, strapped in the right metals, it's going to be insane how hard he can hit. At 5-star bronze, he's going to probably annihilate pretty much all other 5-star bronzes. At 5-star silver, I'm not sure how it would scale yet. So yeah, this one isn't going to do a lot for us other than damage. This one's going to fill the blue and do a lot of damage. And then we're going to fill both of our greens. So the one thing you want to do is, because we are going to have some trouble potentially getting a pin, you want to go ahead and try and move that pin bar as much as you can. Unfortunately, I pinned him, so that won't help us at all. But if you see a row break or 2 matches, you want to take those early and start working that pin bar to your advantage. Okay, So we don't need to hit the other moves. Now we just have to concentrate on getting a pin. If we take this, we're going to get 3 and 3. So I'll go with that because I don't see anything better than 6 jumping right out at me. So we'll do this and that, and boom, there's the pin. So another really good moveset. Now keep in mind that's board dependent. If he gets a row break and moves the pin bar a lot, if you don't have one where you can get 2 matches or a row break, it can take a while sometimes. So do keep that in mind. So we're gonna move on to the final build, and my favorite actually. It's kind of crazy. We're gonna end up doing 7 matches, and it's gonna take less than 30 minutes by the time we're done. So this is going to go back to the 5-star moveset that I like the most, and we're going to swap in Gooker at the trainer. So bringing back the Exploder Suplex. And putting good old Sammy back in. And the crazy thing is, I probably could have done different trainer combinations still than I did, but you got to stop somewhere, right? It's just Dawkins his versatility for different options is just crazy to me. So here we go. That blue's going to be hitting 220k, the Exploder 68k, standing drop kick 170k. And just for funsies, after taking on AJ, I'll try unstrapped Vader as well. So you can see the full effect of the move damage. Oh, and a crit. It's pretty crazy how much damage we just did there on turn 1. Really nice board for AJ there. But it's not going to matter. So I'm going to be very interested to see what you guys think in the comments on this one. I've definitely never done this many movesets before, and it's crazy how many he can do. And just like I said, just for fun, I have to go pick on the Cascade King Vader at least one time. And I really, really, really want this card. You might have more talent than us, Vader, but it's not going to go well for you. Man. Here comes the pain. 223k on a 6 MP move. And let's see if either we can get a huge cascade and pin him and win. That wasn't huge. Of course, Cascading Vader is in the house though. But what was that like? Guy had to be pushing like 500k turn 1 there. I didn't check his health to start, but it's a lot, and it's fun. So that, my friends, is Dawkins. I'm going to assume that means we get, since there's a Street Profits link, that means we get Montez Ford next week. Can't wait to see that. But super interested in what you guys think about Dawkins. So let me know what you think in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching, guys, and good luck out there.